Welcome to Lean Business Improvement Show, a show designed to give you the tools and techniques to remove waste from your business. Welcome to the Lean Business Improvement Show. I do hope you are all well and getting some real value out of the work that I'm creating on this brand new show. Although when you listen to it, it might not be brand new, because that's the joys of the YouTube and podcasts. You may have searched in this in years to come and find it. But please subscribe, share, like and comment, all the normal stuff that people do and maybe don't do. And obviously send me any information you'd love to hear about to managementconsulting@gmail.com. Obviously all the links are below. So what today's show is going to be a little bit about is the idea of finding the waste. So we've been looking at culture, we've looked at plans, we've looked at hearts and minds, and those are all part of the build. But when it comes down to it, you're probably wanting to know, how do I actually get the savings in this lean world, Matt? How do we go from the idea of theory, of this great idea of getting people around it, and this new way of looking at the world? And it is eye-opener when people actually go through this journey. And I sound like some sort of religious evangelist, but no, it does become a point where you start to see the waste. A bit like the Matrix. You see all the zeros and you can see what's happening. Okay, maybe not as extreme as that, but the idea is, how do I get to a point where I can find the waste? And how can I actually then start to model and get rid of it? I mean, one of the things I started to use a few years back was a model of FTF. So an FTF model. And that stands for find it, track it, and fix it. Now, why have I done it this way around? Well, you know, it sounds simple and basic that you need to find it. But what you want to do first is to really kind of think around this waste, and I'm going to find it, I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm going to remove it. You can do a lot of stuff, and it doesn't actually add any real value. You can work on these projects, and you think it's going to do this, and it doesn't. Or it doesn't satisfy the customer. Nobody buys anymore. Some great examples of this is where you work in with a lot of supermarkets in Britain, and they want to develop a brand new product, and the creative guys get going and they want to bring this absolutely, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be this I don't know, product that's everyone's going to want, and it's a cooking sauce. So I used to work in cooking sauces. It's a cooking sauce, and it's going to have garlic, and it's going to have mushrooms, it's going to have chili in it, and it's going to be there. And it's like, well, this one is going to sit next to 25 different other varieties. How is it going to be different? Oh, it'll be different. People will want it. You launch it, and within a few months, it's at the bottom of the list, and then it's gone, because you haven't really looked at what the customers want. And remember, lean is around the idea of, yes, shortening an order being placed and a payment being made and removing the waste in the middle. But it's also around, mainly around, satisfying the customer. If your customer's satisfied and they come back, they're going to be so much happier. So when you look at my model, the find it, track it, fix it, we're finding it from the perspective of the customer. Now, I say customer and everyone jumps to external customer, and I've used an external customer example there. But remember, internal customers are inside your business as well. And that's really where you can use this tool. So inside your business, you will have departments that link into others, that pass things on a chain. Those departments all interact, and they are actually customers of each other's and suppliers to each other. So you have customers and suppliers within there. So the idea a lot of time in the lean is to look at how we can get rid of the waste along your own internal supply chains. So when you're talking about finding it, what do you have to do? Well, find it, you need to go walk out there. Go out, walk, watch, and talk. So you need to go out, see the areas, or even if you're in an office, go sit in the office, talk to the people, watch what's happening, look at the process, walk the process. Now, value stream mapping is a great tool for that, and there's going to be shown that, but that looks at the process. Watch it, stand in the work areas, see where you can see the waste being created, the piles of it, physical waste, as well as people waste. Look at the idea of movement. How many times people are moving? How many times are people stopping and waiting for things to happen? How many times is there physical waste being produced? Talk to the people. Ask them, why is that happening? Don't matter what role they're in. Guess what? The people who have the what you consider the kind of the manual roles that they're doing. If you're in a work environments manual, we'll know exactly what frustrations is. They'll say, "Yeah, we never get going on time because we're always waiting for this, or that always breaks, or that's never ready, or I'm always having to move over there, or someone else has borrowed that, so I have to go find it, so it takes time." They'll have the answers. So go there, watch it, walk it, talk it, get them involved. Look at how you can have ideation sessions with your people. We did some great work where we just brought people in a room, showed them the value stream map, and they went, "That's not how it works." And all those managers in the room going, "No, yeah, that's definitely not it. That section there don't link into there. We don't do it that way around." Well, S&OP. Yeah, but come down and watch it. Right. Go down and watch it. Walked it. You were right. Didn't work that way. And all the waste that are associated with it was there. Look at rewarding people for ideas. So get some interest in it. Get some, sort of razzmatazz behind it. There's the way of looking at it. So you find it. And then you really need to track it. So what do I mean by track it? I mean, does it actually exist as a waste? Is it going to save time? Is it going to save resource? Does it save money? Will it help the customer? Will it remove waste? Or is it just something that you think is going to do it? I've seen in lots of projects where you've got this ideation session. Did a really great one with a big company. They came in with these lean experts, and we found £5 million worth of waste. And we're all high-fiving, thinking this is the best thing ever. And when it actually came to it, yeah, we did save something. I can't remember, we made 250,000 out of it, but it were nowhere near 5 million. So be careful. What we're doing in the tracking stage is looking at, is it real savings? Will it go to the bottom line? If we execute this and invest time and energy and sometimes some money, remember, lean's not around big spends, but some money, will it actually generate enough? Will this system produce an actual saving at the bottom line? What you can look at is things like mass balances. So a mass balance is how much work is going in to your business, how much work is going through it. So how much raw materials are you buying? What does it say the recipe, for instance, or the process is supposedly consuming? And at the other end, what's left? So is it going down waste, as in physical waste, or is it energy being lost? And look at a mass balance and see if you can trace it within a couple of percent of what's really going on. If you do a mass balance and you can't find it, you sometimes realize you've got a bigger problem, especially if you're using modern systems. They may have a set how much it's going to produce, but actually it's physically not there. So have a look at that. And raw material and finished goods out is a great one. It's an input and output model. What's coming in, what's going out. So check your inputs and outputs. So you get to the point where you're building this idea of tracking the jobs before you do it. So you've got your find it point, and of course through your find it point you'll also build a funnel of potential ideas, but be careful not to double count. So when you're in your tracking stage, you're looking for your double counting. So you're looking at, are you actually recording it as a saving in two areas, so you double counted. And a lot of time we all want to save to zero. So can we go from zero, as in we don't want any waste, or is there a point where you're going to go from a 10% waste but bring it down to, say, 4% waste? So have a look at how you can move that around. And remember, a 1% shift can be a big, powerful tool. And if you get 1% shift month after month, you're soon heading towards the zero. So that's that tracking one. And tracking obviously works on the second part when you start to make the fixes, is making sure that your theoretical track is actually matching. And then you get to the really good bit. Really exciting bit, the fix it part. How are you going to fix it? So you need to go out there and start to fix it. So you can do that in a couple of ways. You can actually do it through simulations, which is part of the tracking, which will get you so far. But then you got to physically do it. Maybe try a trial area. So if it's an area with, say, 6 or 7 different production lines producing the same equipment or same products, why not try it on one? So have a test area where you can go out, make some of those changes, make some big bangs, get people involved, get some energy and excitement around this big change. See if that can really work it as it as test bed, move things around. Show others who are skeptical as well. Look how this is done. So in the fixing stage, you can show people it. Of course, you can make incremental changes across all your processes. So changing one thing at a time is a good idea. See if it works. Remember, when I talked in some of the other shows, lean journeys and lean business improvement isn't around fixing it quickly and then that's it, you move away. It's this continual improvement, moving it forward. Even the experts in this are still finding waste. So don't be worried if it isn't something that's going to save you £300,000 in the first month. Maybe it gets you 5,000. Maybe it gets you 500. You're £500 better off, especially if you're a small, medium-sized business. 500 on your bottom line without doing very much is a great win and gets other people involved and excited in it. So that's it. So let's recap quickly where we're at. So we're looking at this idea of the FTF model. So you're going to find the waste. You're going to involve people in that. You're going to celebrate it. You're going to create this funnel of ideas. Then you're going to track it. Is it physically going to save something? A lot of this in theory at this point. You then go and you fix it, where you actually go out there and fix it. So those are the kind of areas you were looking at. Okay, thank you for listening to that part of the show. As ever, please remember, subscribe and share this show with other people and put some comments or send me an email to managementconsulting@gmail. I still want to build a community, still looking for people to come and talk around their issues on the show. So if you are interested in engaging in the show and talking around how you might have a problem that I can help you with, it's all there. So please message me. If you would like to watch some of the other videos, there's some links going to be showing up around here. But this is it for this episode. I hope to see you on the next. So goodbye for now.